Welcome back to this World of Warcraft Let's Play. You're Sambo, and joining us, as always, is Yogurt, our now level 10 Goblin Chamois. Say g'day, Yogurt. Hey there. Oh, excuse me, folks, coughing away. And of course, welcome to you to this episode. And by the way, look at this. It happens to be raining. Here you go. You don't get to see rain often. I'm not sure why, but we haven't seen it much in our Let's Play series. But there you go. A lot of people say, hey, does it actually have weather in WoW? Because it always seems to be sunny. Well, you can see there, right in front of us, it is indeed pouring down with rain here in the Lost Island. Of course, if you joined us in the last episode, you'll remember that we're outside this Oomlot Village. And of course, we've been speaking with our old homie here, Izzy. Hey, what's happening?
Have a good one.
We got a couple of tasks. If we have a look here, you'll see we've got to go in and free the captives from the Oomlot Village. And of course, that's our goblin mates there that are being held captive by this guy here, Yngwie. And of course, Yngwie is the leader of the Oomlots, and we've got to go in and slay him as well. So a couple of exciting tasks for us right off the bat. But before we do that, of course, you might notice that we've got this little button down here flashing away. What is that? That is because last episode we dinged level 10, and that, of course, is a monumentous occasion for us. Not only have we got ourselves a couple of new abilities, we have to go back and train as soon as we can. You can see we've got this searing totem, which basically fires out fireballs from a totem instead of us using the strength of earth one. We'll have to choose which one we want to use. And of course, we've also got this, the flame tongue weapon, which is the weapon imbue, which will imbue our little hammer here. And that is a really big part of being a shaman as well. But of course, we also got this, the talents. Now, a lot of you guys have been saying, hey, Sambo, what spec are you going to go with Yogurt? Well, obviously later on we're going to spec into Resto once we get the dual spec ability. Restoration chamois are one of my favourite, and will definitely be healing a lot in instant runs. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. And like I think I mentioned it in my last episode, that one of my favourite characters, one of my favourite mains that I have on my account is in fact a Draenei chamois, a Resto chamois, and I love me some heals. But of course, for leveling, you need to go elemental or enhancement, really. What are we going to do? Well, we're going to go enhance. Now, a lot of people have asked for this. I love it. It's my most favourite one anyway. Let's have a quick look at some of these abilities that we can get here. Lava Lash. So that's a new ability that we'll automatically get just by choosing enhancement. And you can see here it requires a melee weapon. You charge your offhand weapon with lava, instantly dealing 260% of that weapon's damage to an enemy target. Ooh, yeah, that's a lot. And you can see damage is increased by 40% if your offhand weapon is enchanted with Flame Tongue. So that's why we really want to go back to the trainer and get that, because we get ourselves a 40% increase in damage there. So we absolutely want that. You can see we also get these right off the bat as well. Dual Wield, that's a passive, and that allows one-hand and offhand weapons to be equipped in our offhand, and that basically allows us to parry frontal melee attacks and increases our chance to hit with melee attacks by 6%, and obviously allows us to dual wield, which is just fantastic. And that's a big part of running an enhancement chamois. Of course, kind of feels a little bit like a rogue, to be honest. I mean, a lot of people don't realize just how quick it is in terms of being an enhanced chamois. You really feel like you're zipping along in terms of combat, and it's great fun with dual wield. So a couple of slow one-handed axes is really what you want if you're going enhancement chamois, and I'll explain that a bit later on as well. You can see we also get this mental quickness. Our spell power is now equal to 55% of our attack power. So that's a really, really, really important one to remember if you're running enhancement. Okay, so you need to stack your spell power, but you also need to stack your attack power. So when you're looking for stats, what you want are ones that increase your attack power, because you're going to get that automatic benefit of your spell power increasing as well. And it says you no longer benefit from other sources of spell power, so that's also why you need to increase your attack power. Also, your instant beneficial damaging and totem spells cost 75% less mana. Can you believe that, folks? So that means, of course, this good old Strength of Earth totem now, of course, at the moment it doesn't really matter. It's only costing us 18 mana, but later on they cost a lot. And when we're calling up 4 at a time, it costs a lot. They will now cost us 75% less, so it's really awesome. And you can see here, Primal Wisdom, your melee attacks have a 40% chance to immediately restore 5% of your base mana. That's a fantastic one as well. It's like a little mana regen, mana battery there. So just recapping. If you go Enhancement, you get your Lava Lash, which is an ability, you get your Dual Wield, you get your Mental Quickness, and the Primal Wisdom. And you can see the descriptions down the bottom here. A totemic warrior who strikes foes with weapons imbued with elemental power. So it's like the best of both worlds, if you ask me. Now, of course, if you wanted to go Elemental, that, as it says there, is a spellcaster who harnesses the destructive forces of nature and the elements. And you can see there you get spells like Thunderstorm, which is a big Thunderbolt, what's that? A Thunderbolt, and that's called Thunderstorm. You get Shamanism, which means that you gain an additional 36% from your spell power, because effectively you're a caster, and you can see that Elemental Fury increases the crit strike damage from your Searing and Magma totems, and your Fire, Frost, and Nature spells. So that's pretty cool, but that's not what we want to be doing. We want to be doing melee here. And of course, goes without saying, Resto there, you get a whole bunch of sort of healing-based things. A healer who calls upon ancestral spirits, and the cleansing power of water to mend allies' wounds. And you can see there you also get an Earth Shield, which is great for placing on a tank. It protects a target with an earthen shield, restoring health when enemies strike that shielded player, which is great. So that's what you put on a tank if you're running as a healer. And you also get Purification here, increases the effectiveness of your healing spells by 25% and reduces the casting time of your healing wave and greater healing wave spells by 0.5 seconds. And Meditation allows 50% of your mana regen from Spirit to continue while in combat. So again, they're what we'll be getting once we go Resto later on, once we get our dual talent spec. But for now, we're going Enhancement. We're absolutely going to learn that. Yes, we're sure. There we go, and you can see Lava Lashes drop down onto the hotbar there. It's got a 10-second cooldown and obviously requires a melee weapon. You charge your offhand weapon with lava and instantly dealing 260% of that weapon's damage to an enemy target. Now, we don't have, I don't believe, do we have a couple of weapons? No, we don't. So we're not going to be able to use that until we actually have a weapon in both hands. Now, we may be able to drop our skinning knife in there. What's going on there? Can we? I think so. Now, I'm not sure if we can use that or not. It is a melee weapon. What do we got there? One-handed and a one-handed. And by the way, the dual wielding ability allows us to put that one-handed weapon in the other slot there. Let's drop this one in. See what happens. So you can see that that one puts it in, that's a main hand weapon as opposed to a one hand weapon. So main hand will only ever go in your main hand. But yeah, I'm not sure what's going on, why that's grayed out. I guess we'll just, let's see, damage is increased, blah, 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 blah. No, alright, we'll just go and see what happens when we start beating up on things there. Now you can see we also got these dual wield, Mental Quickness and Primal Wisdom. If you want to see where they are up there in our, normally they're up in our general tab. Let's have a look. No, they haven't gone there. Okay, so let's pop them. Oh, okay, let's put it actually in our enhancement tab. Makes sense. Dual wield, there we go. And what else did we get? Mental Quickness, that's in there as well. And Primal Wisdom, that's gone in there at the same time. Alright, so I think we're all set up except for the fact we're now able to also put 1 point into enhancement because we of course haven't spent the point. All we've done is actually select that tree, which gave us all of those new passives and this Lava Lash. Now, what do we want to do? We've got 3 that are here, and we'll start at the end there. Improved shields, and of course we do use our shields. There they go. So we can actually increase the damage done by your lightning shield orbs by 5%, and it also increases the amount of mana gained from your water shield orbs by 5%, which is great if you're running a healer, by the way, and increases the amount of healing done by your earth shield orbs by 5%. So that's really more for when we're running as a resto chamois. Here we've got focus strikes, and it increases the damage dealt by your primal strike and storm strike abilities by 15%. And of course we do have primal strike there, so that could be quite handy. And we've got elemental weapons. It increases the passive bonuses granted by your flame tongue weapon and your earth living weapon abilities by 20%. The damage of your extra attacks from wind fury weapon by 20%, which we don't have yet. That's a weapon imbue. And the effectiveness of ongoing benefits of your unleash elements ability by 25%. So at this stage we've got a choice really. Do we want to increase the damage of primal strike by 15%, or do we want to increase the passive bonus of our flame tongue weapon by 20%? Again, if we go to flame tongue weapon, which we don't have yet, that is what it does, is actually increases our ability to deal fire damage when we strike enemies. So right now I won't put a talent point in because we haven't got all of our abilities, and we'll wait till we go to our trainer and get that sorted out. But for the meantime, we have things to do. We've got goblins to free. Let's drop down our totem and open up, of course, with our lightning bolt. And you can see there, for some reason, we can't actually still use lava lash. So what I'll do is I'll just quickly pop a, again, crappy but temporary weapon there. You can see it actually does 2.4 damage per second. Let's drop the skinning knife into there, I think. Now I'll get rid of that. Just move these around a little bit and see if we can put the skinning knife in our offhand. There we go. Okay, so now we have dual wielding, basically. Let's see what happens. And you can see we're getting mana there, by the way, returned. But I still can't use this lava lash. Let's see. You charge your offhand weapon with lava, instantly dealing 260% of that weapon's damage to an enemy target. Alright, I wonder if it's because we need to have Flame Tongue active. I'm not sure. Whoa! Alright, so as we go into the village here, you can see we've got a Oomlot Shaman. Let's see if we can pull them. Interesting. Alright, let's go back and have a look at these. So we've got Mental Quickness. That's our spell power. We've got Lava Lash. We've got the Dual Wield. And that's parrying. We've got Primal Strike, Primal Wisdom. Alright, so you can see that all of our melee attacks have a 40% chance to immediately restore 5% of our base mana, so that's where that was coming from. But I'd still like to know why our Lava Lash isn't working, because we do have dual weapons here. Maybe, again, it's because we need to have the Flame Tongue weapon active, although that sounds a little bit weird if you ask me. We'll just keep these dual wielding weapons up just for now, even though one of them is pretty horrible. We will get another weapon, of course, through questing, so we'll wait for that. While we are dual wielding, of course, there we go, one of the captives freed. Hello, Goblin Captive. While we are dual wielding, we don't have our shield up, of course. That's something to bear in mind. Right, there's another Goblin Captive. Let's see if we can free him as well. There we go, 3 out of 5, and you can see we're doing very well in terms of being able to kill these guys nice and easily in the village as well. Look at that. Slicing through these guys. 4 out of 5 of the captives freed. Oh, and I can see a copper vein over there as well. Oh, and he's going. Here, look at that. He took out our totem straight away. Alright, I hope you can tell our DPS has just gone through the roof, by the way. You can see it down here, by the way. It's 43. Now, speaking of 43, what you guys probably don't realise, because I haven't mentioned anything yet, and of course we film way in advance, we are now playing on patch 4.3. Now, don't worry, we'll take an episode out of our way to specifically go through all of the changes in patch 4.3, because believe you me, there are tons of them. But one of the things that we're going to notice, by the way, not many of the changes are going to affect us at this low level, but one of the changes we can see is on the map. I noticed this is something that's been sorely lacking for a long time. If we go to, say, Eastern Kingdoms and we start hovering over the zones, can you see what's happening up there? Up the top of the screen, look at that, we've actually got the name and the levels of those zones, and they're also color coded. So for example, Tirisful Glades, you can see there, or even though that's a horde territory, it's level 1 to 10, so it's showing in yellow. And Eversong Woods there, which is of course where the Night Elves level up, that's showing in yellow because that's our level. But if we go somewhere high level like the Twilight Highlands here, you can see it's level 84 to 85, and that is bright red. You can see something like 10 to 20 in Lochmoden, that's yellow, that's good for us. Let's hop over to Kalimdor and have a look. Let's see Azshara, which is where we're going to go. You can see that that's 10 to 20. Teldrassil is 1 to 10, 1 to 10 for Azamist Isle, etc, etc, etc. So this is very interesting. For example, if you're a veteran, you'll notice here that the Western Plaguelands, look at that, 35 to 40 for Western and 40 to 45 for the Eastern Plaguelands. That's a huge change because they used to be basically level 55 to 60, and that's changed up since the Cataclysm. Same with all of these other areas around here as well. Arathi Highlands 25 to 30, Hillsbrad 20 to 25, the Hinterlands 30 to 35. I think that's a lot lower than it was. Wetlands 20 to 20, you get the idea. But now, of course, you're never going to be stuck in terms of wondering where in Earth you need to go. So let's have a look at Northrend. There you go, you can see 68 to 72. Let's all hop all the way out to Outland. And there it is, 67 to 70 for Shadowmoon. Hellfire Peninsula there, 58 to 63. My favourite, Zangarmarsh, 60 to 64. And of course, Netherstorm, 67 to 70. So that's a great new feature, if you ask me, on the map. There's lots and lots of things, by the way, including this down here, which is going to be no use to us, but a raid finder. And you can see it's basically like the dungeon finder. So yeah, lots of cool things. And of course, by the way, the other thing we've got is a bunch of new raids. We've got the Dragon Soul raid there with Deathwing. Look at that. Fantastic stuff. And of course, we also have a bunch of new dungeons as well. We've got End Time, which is also Deathwing. We've got the Well of Eternity, and we've also got, where is it? The Hour of Twilight as well. And don't forget, the Dungeon Finder is a great tool. Lets you sort by normal or heroic. Lets you filter gear by your class. Lets you go through and check out all of the mobs and all of the abilities that they have, and all of their lore as well, their background lore. So it's a fantastic tool. Do not forget about that. It's really, really cool. Anyway, that's enough from us. Let's see if we can take down another one of these chamois here. Shaman on shaman action. And look at that. We're just really turning into an enhancement chamois now. Doing a lot of DPS melee damage, and that's exactly how we like it. Right out the front here, hopefully, where's our hand in? Here we go. Oh, hello. And you can see again, dual wielding like a rogue. Very cool. Later on, once we get all of our abilities up, of course, we're really going to be dealing it to them very quickly. It's a very fast combat style. Not a lot of people realise that. All right.
Hey,
Izzy, hello, hello.
How you doing?
Free the captives. Great job, but that's not even half of the hostages that they took from town. Darn it all. They must have taken the rest of the captives up to their other villages up in the volcano. Oh, and of course, completely forgot that we need to take down Yngwie. Yngwie, of course, being the main boss in the Oomlot Village. What an idiot. Whoopsie. Oh, look at this, by the way, looking at things that have happened since post-patch 4.3. Well, this actually has nothing to do with patch 4.3, although Darkmoon Faire is a new area in the game as well. It's a complete new island. Actually, I wonder if that's on the map. I don't even know where it is. I haven't been there yet. We will definitely go exploring. Is it somewhere around here? It doesn't seem to be marked. I'm not sure where it is. I wonder if we can... Now, let's go back in here. Let's see if we can actually pull it up. So is it in Kalimdor? Let's have a look. DDD. Darkmoon Faire's not there. Nope. Eastern Kingdoms. Let's have a look there. D for Darkmoon. Unless, of course, the zone is called something else. No, it's not there. Northrend. Not there. And the maelstrom, I don't think it's going to be there. No, alright, so I'll have to do some research and figure out where that is, because of course that is a completely new area. And look at this, we've got on the 16th, I'm playing, what are we, on the 2nd of December now, about midnight. Whoops, so it's actually Thursday night here while I'm filming. But yeah, 2nd of December, exactly 2 weeks until the Feast of Winter Veil begins. I absolutely love Christmas in WoW, and you can see it runs for just over 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks pretty much, and I can't wait to do that. And don't worry, we'll absolutely be taking you through all of that content as well. Alright, so it looks like the big boss might be up here somewhere. Let's see if we can sneak our way up through the back. There's an Oomlot Shaman, let's take him down. Firstly with a totem. I wish I could use my lava lash. I really don't know what's going on there. We'll have to figure that one out. Alright, where's this boss? He's over there somewhere. Let's take out another chamois. Opening up, of course, with our lightning bolt.
I don't have a target.
I don't have a target. Alright, can we find... Oh, is that him there? No, that's not him. Let's have a look on our map, and he's over here somewhere. Let's take down this chamois anyway. All XP is good XP, of course. Ha! Doing a lot of misses there, and of course that's because our weapons aren't exactly fantastic.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Alright, where is the boss? Where's the big boss? Oh, there he is. Okay, of course you can see him up on the mini-map there, and it looks like he may be up the top. Okay, looks like he's up the top, so we need to get ourselves up a bridge somehow, and of course reapply our lightning shield. Now, where is the entrance to this? It must be round the back. Been a while since I've been here, folks.
I need a target.
You need a target. Yeah, sorry about that. Alright, so it looks like... Oh, okay, maybe it's up there. Having to go all the way around up this path, I think. Yeah, alright, this is looking a bit more promising. Are we going to aggro? Yes, we are. See if we can just beat them to death. And again, losing our shields already. But that's good. We want them to die. We want the shields to go because that means we're dealing damage back to the source, of course, to the enemies. And might as well put our totem up as well. Because of course you can see up the top here, increases our strength and agility by 10. And that's no bad thing. Alright, there's the bridge that we need to cross, I'd say. Crazy little pygmy Oomlot chamois. No worries there, goblin friend. We're still freeing our friends even though we're not on the list. Oh my god, what is that? Okay, I definitely don't remember that. Wow. Okay, I'm guessing we're going to have to go in there, whatever that is. That looks scary. Yikes. Alright, where's the big boss? Is that him? There he is. Yngwie. Hey-ya. That's right, give him the raspberry. Alright, buddy. It's time for your demise. Oh, he's a nasty looking character. What the heck? Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Alright, I have no idea what happened then, but we need to reapply our lightning shield.
To target something first.
And there we go, he is slain. Yngwie down. Once again, internet points if you can let me know who that is referring to, and a clue is it's a musician. Alright, looks like we've got ourselves a copper node or something over here. Ah, there it is. Oh, and you can hear the enemy parrying there. Now, another thing I've noticed post-patch 4.3 is, of course, had to update all of my add-ons. They all broke and I couldn't actually load into WoW at all. But the performance in WoW has really, really improved. I don't know what they've done, but they've obviously made a bunch of optimizations because, boy, is the game running super smooth now. And we like that a lot. And the UI is incredibly slick. I mean, it was already exceptionally slick, of course. This is WoW we're talking about. But for some reason, and I don't know if it's a placebo effect or what, and by the way, let's just grab some skinning on our way back. But it is super, super smooth now. So if you're playing WoW at the moment, I'd be keen on your feedback. Let me know if you've noticed a real big difference as well. It is absolutely, well, it's a joy to play. Even more of a joy to play than normal, if that is at all possible. There we go, increasing our skinning to level 17. We always want to do that. Again though, I'd really like to know why our Lava Lash isn't working. I'm guessing we have to go back and train the Flame Tongue weapon. Maybe it doesn't work at all without the Flame Tongue weapon being imbued. I honestly thought it was because we didn't have dual weapons, because you can see that that we need to charge our offhand weapon with lava, and it says it requires a melee weapon. We do have a melee weapon. We've got two of them. So maybe it's a bit of a bug or something like that, not sure. And another copper vein here as we run back through the Goblin Village. Not the Goblin Village, the Oomlot Village. Pygmies. I was staring at a Goblin Captive there. Let's go free him just for the heck of it as well.
I can't cast that yet.
And you can see again our lightning shield disappearing quickly. That's what we want. There, you can see when everything works in synergy, chamois are incredibly high burst damage. And that's going to get even more so once we start imbuing our weapons with Flame Tongue. And once we get the effect, of course, of the new passives that we've got from our talent. And, of course, once we can bloody well use Lava Lash. Not sure what's going on there, to be honest. Hey, Izzy! What's up?
I've seen you around here before.
You have. Nice work, girlfriend. I hope he wasn't too tough. No, he wasn't. Alright, so what do we got here? Yngwie's vest, we can use that, which of course you can see there gives us an extra 10 armor and an extra 2 intellect. That's actually perfect for us. I think we'll basically take that. What do we got? The cloak here. And that gives us an extra armor, strength and stamina. That's not bad. Staff. Yeah, that's a two-handed. We don't want that. So I'm going to take Yngwie's vest there. There we go, get ourselves a bunch of XP. You can see we're just over the halfway mark now, which is very cool. And what I want to do is now equip this, and that should be, yeah, look at that. That finishes off our nice set there. You can see we're all nice and color coordinated and red. Look at that, looking like a nice fine elemental chamois. All right, so what do we got? Izzy here. Oomlot dealt with. Yogurt, you've got to get back to Town in a Box and warn them about the goblin zombies up in the volcano's caldera. Yikes! Speak with Sassy Hardwrench at the Town in a Box in the Lost Isles. Champ. Goblin zombies, the Town in a Box has to be warned. And yep, this is crazy, folks. If you like zombies, then you are going to love what's coming next. It's all coming back to me now. And you might remember I was showing you that path all the way up the center of the Lost Isles, up here, this one here. That is, well, actually I'm not going to give the game away because, yeah, all I'm going to say is zombies. It's very, 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 very cool. And once again, loving this zone. And wait till we get our new abilities. Hopefully we can train at Town in a Box, because we are going to really hit our stride as an enhancement shaman. And again, you're going to see how fast this game style is. on an enhancement chamois. People always think of a chamois as a slow caster. It is absolutely not. We do incredible amounts of burst damage. If everything procs all at once, we can burn down targets so fast, and I dare to say as fast, if not faster, if everything goes right, than a rogue. Yes, I'm being serious. It is an absolutely incredible class to play. Lots and lots of fun. Let's take the skin of that tiger there, seeing as it was wandering past, well, the panther rather. Couple of nice skins there for us, jolly good. Alright, getting ourselves back to town in a box. Boy, I really hope we can train when we get there as well. 10 seconds till our rocket jump comes back off cooldown. And of course, can't wait till we can get ourselves a mount. Just 10 levels to go. Oh, here we go. The Oomlot invasion, of course. We're seeing the remnants of that. All these Oomlot pygmy bodies lying around. And look at this. We got smoke pouring out from town in a box. Not in a good state at all. What do you think? Zombie kill of the week? Alright, what is going on over there? Uh-oh, goblin zombies. That's right, folks. We have ourselves a zombie invasion incoming. Look at them coming in. Of course, we'll leave that as a surprise until the next episode. Now, what I'm looking for is the shaman trainer. Here we go. Before we do anything else, this is what I want to train up. So, here we go. We've got Searing Totem. Let's train that puppy up. And look at it, you can actually see it there. We've got 2. So let's see what happens now. We can now choose, but once we get more and more, of course, we can choose which totems actually appear in which slots, depending on the base class of them. But watch what happens. If I actually drop this one, the Strength of Earth totem, there you go, you can see it's over there. If I now drop the Searing totem, look at that. We can actually have 2 totems up at once, folks. How awesome is that? And by the way, look at this. I'm just going to zoom right in here. How awesome is this totem? Look at this. They've got the flames coming up, and they've got like a pump there. Like, what do you call those things? I can't remember what they're called now. Bellows, I think they are. An automated bellows blasting that fire away. And of course, not forgetting that what this does basically is summons a totem that deals fire damage to nearby enemies, best used against powerful foes or when you be fighting in the same location for a while. So that literally throws out fireballs. It's so good. And it's at the same time that we still get the benefits from this Strength of Earth totem. So that just simply increases our DPS, which is fantastic. What we also want to do, of course, is get ourselves our first of our imbues. Imbue your equipped weapon, dealing fire damage when you strike enemies. There we go, Flame Tongue weapon. Train that baby up. There we go, look at that. And I like to put these, by the way, over here. We'll just drop them over here. And we need to remember to use that as well. Now, watch my weapons. If I bring them out, watch what happens if I use Flame Tongue weapon. There it is. So you can see it's actually put it on like an enchant. So you not only get a really cool visual effect, and of course we've still also got our lightning there as well. So we look the part now. It looks awesome, doesn't it? Look at that floating around our main hand weapon. And if we hover over the hammer there, which is of course what we imbued, you can see it says on it there Flame Tongue, and that lasts for 30 minutes. Now it also appears up here, and the icon of it is the same as the icon of your main weapon down here, and you can see up here that it's actually showing that it's imbued. Now what I want to know is, will that now allow us to kill stuff with these wild cluckers are going to be dying too fast. Will it allow us to kill stuff with Lava Lash? Not sure, we'll soon find out. You must have a weapon, melee weapon equipped in the offhand. Well, we do. I mean, I know it's a skinning knife. Okay, maybe it knows that it's a skinning knife. So what we need to do is see if we got a vendor here that actually sells any weapons, because that would be very cool. Let's see if this Salamatic thing here, the Trainotron Deluxe, I wonder if that sells any melee weapons. It sells the blacksmithing hammer. I mean, that is, yeah, that's a main hand weapon. Now, what did it say? Well, it must have a melee weapon equipped in the offhand. Alright, so none of these... gosh, you'd think the skinning knife would work, because that is in the offhand. Heavy stock. Alright, so... okay, we'll repair up and sell all of our greys anyway, seeing as we're here. What else can we sell off that we don't need? Yep, our old miner's vest. There we go, get rid of that. Now, by the way, you might have noticed that this is a new icon up here too. Shows us that we are an enhancement shaman, if you are wondering what that was. Alright, so I'm just making sure we got empty bags here. I think so, yep. What I want to try and do though is there another vendor, recovered supplies, that we can actually buy an offhand weapon from? What do we got here? There's a thrown weapon. Another thrown weapon. No, it doesn't look like. Alright, so I'm not seriously not sure why that's not working. But anyway, we'll run with it for now, and maybe, hopefully, when we do our questing, we'll get ourselves a proper offhand. Yeah, might have to look that up and check out what's going on. Anyway, we'll nut that out later. What we'll do, of course, is hand in the next episode over at Sassy Hard Wrench over there, and it looks like we've got some incoming zombies to deal with. But hey, at the end of the day, we are now really rocking it as a shaman. We've got our lightning shield, we've got our flame tongue weapon, we've got 2 totems, we've got hopefully lava lash coming up very shortly, and we'll get rid of that off the hotbar, by the way, and we are going to go to town as an enhancement shaman. Absolutely can't wait. Certainly hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Certainly hope, of course, you'll join us for our zombie adventures in the next episode. In the meantime, of course, on behalf of myself, Sambo, and Yogurt, our 10.5 level 10.5 Goblin Chamois, are saying take care. Certainly hope you're having a great day wherever you are in the world. Look forward to seeing you next time. We'll see you then, and bye-bye.